But I look at that as a compliment because that's the standard that we've been held at my whole career, where you can't slip. If anybody else gets knocked down, so it's not a big deal. But you get knocked down, oh my God, if you don't look good, that's the standard. But that standard was the same standard that Roy was under, same standard that Floyd was under, same standard that Bernard was under. And people don't realize that that standard, like really pushed us to be at a level that was elite. That type of pressure and knowing it, I can't lose. I can't look bad. That's the stuff that, man, it'll have you out there. That's why you see Floyd running 5 in the morning, because he knows if Floyd Mayweather loses and look bad, that's a big story. If I look bad or lose, same thing. Same thing Roy went through, Bernard went through. So I don't take offense to that stuff, man. I look at that stuff as a compliment. I embrace it, and I keep it moving.
What about the standard as far as carrying yourself outside the ring? Because people will take an instance with Shakur Stevenson and overblow it or really go in on it. But guys like Sergey Kovalev can have domestic violence issues, and I don't want to get on to it, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it'll kind of just get passed over.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you had to be sure to maintain yourself or carry yourself a certain way throughout your career? And can you speak on the double standards?
I mean, I can just speak for me. I wasn't for sale. You know what I mean? I wasn't for sale. I'm not gonna dance for you. I'm not going to be anything less than what I feel like God wants me to be. And it's not a perfect person. I make mistakes every day, but in what people saw and what people see is real. But I'm trying to be somebody that my kids can look to and say, man, I want to be like my dad one day. I'm trying to be a good finisher in life, man. I'm not just trying to have a moment in boxing where I get some shine, make a few dollars, but then everybody's wagging their finger at me 10 years later saying, man, look at this dude, man, he's messed up, he's in jail, prison. How many stories have we heard like that? Too many. So Shakur has made his mistakes. He's facing them. He's dealing with them. I personally haven't heard one excuse. I admire that. I can't speak on Kovalev. He's got to work that out. We can't worry about the double standards, and there are double standards in the sport, and I've spoken about this stuff multiple times. We just got to focus on how we handle our business, and that's all I'm focused on with Shakur. We're not gonna have a moment in this, son. We're gonna keep progressing. God willing, we get to the mountaintop where you're the best fighter in the world one day. You stay there as long as you want, and then when you're ready, you walk away and you have everything intact. So that's that. We're looking at big picture. People are gonna be people, man. People have prejudice, they have bias, they have stuff in their hearts. All of us do. We got stuff in our hearts, and some people have it at different levels, and you see it I see that. They got to work that out, because sometimes you can speak to that stuff, and I've spoken to stuff, and y'all know that I've talked to you about this stuff, and it's like, oh yeah. If people don't want to hear it, they'll plug their ears, oh, I don't want to hear he's making excuses. Okay, well, you can only say it so many times. So I don't get too much involved in the day-to-day stuff that I see in boxing, the double standards. I try to speak on it when I feel compelled and then leave it alone and keep trying to be a good example and keep trying to push guys like Shakur to be good examples.
Dre, lastly, you spoke about walking away at the
And
right
that guy's a
time.
good example too, Andre Berto, man. I remember that guy. Hey, listen, I remember that guy. Listen, in Reno, Nevada. Yeah, let's keep him off camera. Never mind. He's not supposed to be here. I got one more question. Yeah, what's up, man?
You spoke about walking away at the right time. Man, to this day, I still think about you walking away from that 3-fight deal.
Sure, I think about it too,
Man, talk to us about that mentality. I mean, your wife's right here, and you spoke, I believe it was on the Joe Rogan podcast, on just having to really seek her and just seek guidance. And what was going through your head? Do you regret it at all? Sometimes.
No, I don't regret it. That's a tough word. But I have days when I'm like, dude, what did you do? That's crazy. It's days that I think about it and I can't believe I did that, right? But I know it was the right thing to do. I know how my body felt, and it's not like I'm broke up where I'm on a cane, but I had multiple surgeries, physical therapy. Nobody's around for that stuff, man. Crying and praying and trying to hope that your body gets back. You know how many situations I've been in where I didn't necessarily, no guarantee that I was gonna come back the same with the shoulder, with the knee, so you get enough of those in, and I know the way I train, and I know the way I work, and it's time. I can't explain it. Outsiders won't understand it. They're looking at what's on the table. And I'm looking, it's a feeling, it's something deep inside where you just know, it's time. I got too much respect for myself, my team, and the sport to be a guy in here stumbling around and y'all are writing like, man, boy, it don't look like itself. I can't go out like that, man. So I would rather deal with the pain of walking away, the feelings of wanting to come back, missing out on stuff, you know, money and stuff like that. All that's cool. I'm thinking long term, man. I'm thinking about my wife, I'm thinking about my kids, I'm thinking about my long term health. And hopefully I can be one of the guys that can make walking away on top popular again. You know, Ryan Burton just walked away. I love it. He said, man, I felt my body, and you just know.
Only 27.
Come on, man. That's going to become popular. You watch. It just takes a few guys to jump off the porch and say, man, I'm done. And then other guys get the courage to do it. The story we have is we stay around too long. Somebody got to change that.
Absolutely.
So I hope to be one of many to do it. Ryan Burton, man, congratulations. Great career. Maybe you didn't do everything you wanted to do, but you had a great career, champion. Respect to you. And, yeah, man, it's a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing. So, yeah, I got all the emotions. Any emotion you can grab, I feel it. But it's the right thing to do. I did it right.
Well, thank
you for your
Thanks, Dre.